Hey there! A while ago I reviewed a headlamp, sorry I hit my camera's tripod, a headlamp by Wuben, and that company now kindly sent me another headlamp which I think has a couple of nice features. So if you're in the market for a headlamp, you could do worse than get this, because I think it does some cool stuff. Okay, it comes in this box, which is cute because it looks like the guy is wearing this headlamp. The box, I will say, kind of got destroyed in the whole process. Comes with a little manual, but I'll talk you through the thing. Comes with a charging cable because it does have rechargeable battery in it, which is cool. Comes with a lanyard. What would you need a lanyard for? Stay tuned and I will tell you. And comes with two spare O-rings, which I thought was kind of nice for maintenance should anything break down. Then here we have the actual flashlight. It is a flashlight and it's a headlamp. So let's quickly talk some of the specs. It has a 14,500 lithium-ion battery, which is rechargeable, but it will also take a AA battery. That I think is quite nice. If you're camping out in the wild, there wouldn't be any shops at all. What am I trying to say? If you are in the wild, you don't have access to a power source, there is a good chance that there will be a gas station where you can purchase a simple AA battery. That's what I'm trying to say. So that versatility I think is quite nice. The lamp has, the flashlight has 4 settings. There's a high, a medium, a low, and a moon setting. The high setting has an output of 400 lumens, which works for 10 minutes, then switches to 250 lumens, which on a full charge should last about 1.5 hours. Medium setting is 150 lumens, which lasts for 3 hours. The low setting is 50 lumens, which lasts 7 hours. And then there is a moon setting, which is only 1 lumen, but lasts 120 hours on a full battery. Useful thing about that very low setting is that it makes it easy to find the lamp. If you're in complete darkness, you can leave it on that setting. I mean, it is a headlamp, you could leave it on your head, but I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. If you put it in a backpack or something, you could leave it on a very low setting. It will last for a very long time and it's very easy to find. It weighs 43 grams, that is without the battery, and it of course has an adjustable head strap. Now what I find particularly interesting, and I will show you an actual demonstration of the light in actual darkness, not here at my desk because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Couple of cool features. You can hit this button twice. Now there's going to be a little bit of a flashing light, so if that's not good for you, maybe close your eyes until I say it's safe. But if you hit this twice, then the headlamp starts to flash SOS, which could be useful if you are in an emergency situation. Flashing light is gone. Some things I really like. The headlamp, as you wear it on your head, can be rotated to put it where you want it, which is always nice. You can also rotate it so that it's actually pointing up. That would make little sense, or down, which I think would also make little sense. But in any case, this rotates 360 degrees, which is quite nice. So it's not just up and down, but it's also the whole lamp. I always forget, which is this again? Roll, and pitch or yaw. I always forget. I always have to look those up. Anyway, things that I find particularly appealing about this, beyond the light, and it's bright, it does everything you would expect from a headlamp. But what I like is you can unscrew this battery cap, and then it takes a little bit of a pull, but then the entire light comes out. And now, if you can screw this back together, just screw harder. Okay, now you have a little flashlight, and that little flashlight is kind of neat because it is magnetic. This is a tiny whiteboard eraser, but it's also magnetic. So the base is magnetic. This is something I really like. I have an O-light, I think it's the S2, which is magnetic. My tripod is not, it's not ferromagnetic, but I have an O-light that does that, and it's very useful. I once was in a basement which had those exposed beams on the ceiling, and it was very dark. There was no light fixture yet, and I could just click that flashlight onto that beam and it illuminated the surroundings, which was very helpful. So you have your little flashlight, and you can attach to this little eye. Took me a very long time to come up with that word. You can attach a little lanyard there. So then you have a tiny flashlight, which, I mean, again, maximum of 400 lumens. It's not a World War II searchlight, but by no means is that a dull little light either. You do have a little flashlight, which I would be very afraid to drop because it's relatively small for me. But again, with that lanyard, that works out pretty well. So that magnetic base, the fact that you can take it out of the headlight, or the actual headlamp headband, I think is very nice, beyond the obvious adjustments that you can do while it is in its headband setting. So there are a couple of things that I really like about this. There is I think it is clever to have this system where you can use another battery. Is it the most powerful battery in the world? No, it is not. But that you can just go to pretty much any shop and buy a AA battery and use that. I think that is really quite clever. The rotation, that works very well. I think that's nice, that you can take the the actual flashlight out of the headband, use it, I think is quite nice. It comes with a little lanyard, that's a nice eye for detail. All of that I think is quite good. It's bright. I wouldn't expect any like super far throw blinding light, but by no means is it a dim light. 400 lumens is not bad at all. Even if it can only sustain there for 10 minutes, 250 lumens is not bad at all. It's also fairly small, right? Okay, things I don't like so much. There isn't a whole lot, but there are two things I will point out. I find this system to attach the headband a little finicky. So you have this plastic clasp. Plastic clasps always make me a little nervous because plastic breaks. Anyway, you take this off and then you put this on this headband, which is adjusted for my head size. You can put this in, right, and then you clasp it shut, which I will say takes a little bit of effort, but it is doable. My problem is that then you have this piece left, right? So now you say, yeah, of course you put that in too. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But if I take this and I slip this in here, I can not get this clasp to stay shut. Is it a big deal? Not necessarily, but my biggest issue with this is that when I was wearing this, because as a reviewer you have to test out this stuff, as I was wearing this and I was trying to take it off, my fingers kind of slip in here, and I mean, obviously you can take it off, but it was a little inconvenient. That other headlamp, the H1 I think it was called, that I reviewed, did not have this, and I like that system better. This is, I don't think it's ideal. It's not a terrible issue, but I did find that a bit suboptimal. The final thing I will say is, with this headlamp, unlike with the H1, there is no strap that goes over the head. So, I mean, I am just putting it on now. I know you can't see it. I haven't really had this issue because I find it pretty secure around the head, but theoretically it could slide down, or if you happen to be walking through a forest at night or something, if you get caught on this, it'll just be pulled off your head. I suppose the same thing with a strap over the head, but especially the sliding down, I do think might be a bit of an issue. Again, I haven't really experienced it because that band is fairly secure, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is a type of, I don't know, sort of rubberized material. I shouldn't say that. It's more like an elastic band, so I mean, things could start to slip and slide a bit. Okay, having said that, I think it's a nice product. I mean, that's the only issue I had with it, and again, it's not that it fell off my head at any point, so I don't want to make a bigger deal out of it than I absolutely should. The price, I think, is right. It's $34.99. I'll put an affiliate link in the description of the video in case you're looking for a headlight and you like this idea. And I think I also have a discount code, which I'll put in there as well, which might make it even more attractive. That's pretty much it. Nice, bright little headlight. Hope this was useful. A very kind thank you to Wuben for sending me this. Let's have a look at the function of this product in the dark. And that's it. Hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye. Alright, here we are in the darkness. I'll turn this on. This is the lowest setting. That's up a bit more. That's the medium setting. And then that is the turbo/high setting. Now, there isn't a whole lot of features here. It's just snowy darkness. But that's about what you have.